of some of the first two things. The Think Forest initiative from the European Forest Institute, and the Integral project, which is a multi-year research project headed by SLU. I'll just say a few words about each of them. So Think Forest, and Ingeborg is heavily involved in Think Forest. She may be able to shed a bit more information on it later. Basically, sort of a high-level forum that's that sort of aim is to actually educate, particularly EU-level policymakers, but also national level policymakers. Then, very, very briefly again, sort of on the Integral project has kind of, I guess, researchers at SLU and 20 other partner institutions across Europe have realized that there's sort of quite a few discrepancies between kind of the social perspectives and the demands that are placed on forests. There's a fair number of sort of inconsistent and incoherent policies out there. And so the project is aimed at basically coming up with first off with a methodology to connect the policy process with local forest management, kind of on the landscape level, and then basically as well come up with a methodology for improving participation in these processes. So it'll actually happen it's happening in three sort of phases. So the first phase right now is just mapping sort of the social, ecological, and technical factors at various levels. Then we'll develop a number of sort of scenarios, and then from those scenarios do a series of kind of policy backcasting exercises to come up with a range of policy instruments that may be implemented for integrated forest management. So thank you.
Thank you, Peter. Stay on. You said that forests and forestry is coming up really these days almost as important as water. Mm-hmm. Why?
Why? I guess if I sort of dust off my long sort of forgotten ecological hat, basically, I mean, forests are, I guess, kind of a key sort of life support system, like water. So I mean, they sort of through basically